Welcome to Nintendo News. I'm your host Chris Dionysus, and we're here to determine today what is the best classic mini so far. Is it the NES mini, this lovely little thing that was released last year, and there was stampedes of people worldwide trying to get it, or this one that just came out, the Super Nintendo one? Now, to be honest, I think this controller looks much better. In this console. It just looks so good, doesn't it? Sadly, the eject button doesn't work. But I would say if they literally made little cartridges that would fit in and actually played the games, I think a lot of people would have bought it. A lot of people would have bought like mini little cardboard cartridges and things like that. I think it could have worked. But not to be. But this looks fantastic. And of course the controllers too, both replicas, both the same. This one works amazingly well and feels good in the hands. So, and let's drop that away. But the Super Nintendo ones look great. And of course it's the colourful one, not like the Super Famicom, which is very dull and grey and just sort of, yeah, not very exciting. So basically we're just going to go through a list of both of the consoles, this first guy, and I'm just going to say a yes or a no on the games that I personally enjoyed, and this might help you too in deciding which one you might like to get if you only have a choice for one. So, Super Mario Brothers, yes. I recommend it. Legend of Zelda, yes. Kirby's Adventure, yes. Donkey Kong, yes, I guess for historical reasons. Super Mario Brothers 3, yes. Pac-Man, to be honest, no, because I don't really see it as a Nintendo game. I've played it a billion times. You can probably get it on a smartphone or anywhere. Metroid, I'm going to say no. It's not my favourite Metroid, and I enjoy Super Metroid better. Megaman 2, not into the series at all, sadly. Final Fantasy, not into it. Castlevania, I'm going to say yes for that one. I think that's a great game. Ninja Gaiden, I have played it, but I'm not a big fan of it. Controls are not that great for me. Not a big appeal. Sadly, it is a ninja game for Nintendo engineers. We didn't like the ninja game. Punch Out. Not a big fan of the game. I think Super Punch Out is a better game. Super Mario Brothers 2. Too different. Too weird. Didn't like it. Gala. I don't know what that game is, but no. Balloon Fight. Yes, one of my favourite NES games ever. Zelda 2, didn't like the game, to be honest. Ghosts and Goblins, yep, I'll say yes. Ice Climber, I have played it. It's an interesting gameplay mechanics and that, but I find it's too annoying, so I didn't like it. Excite Bike, yes, it's a good game. Kid Icarus, I love Kid Icarus Uprising, but this game is, to be honest, it's too hard for me. And it's not exciting for me. So, no. Donkey Kong Jr., no. Telco Bowl, no. Super C, no. Castlevania 3, no. Double Dragon 2, The Revenge, no. So I think out of the 30, I think 9 games that I would say I would absolutely go out and buy for an instant. So 9 out of 30 is pretty good, and that's sort of my score of classic games that you should play and that I enjoyed the most out of this. Doesn't mean that all the games that I said no to are crap. It's just, not my cup of tea. And I have played all 30 of them. Okay, the next contender is the Super Nintendo. It's only got 21 games compared to the 30. So this is going to be interesting to see how this goes. And it's got a lot of big games there. Lots and lots of good games there to get into it. Contra 3, The Alien Wars. Yeah, I'm going to give that one. It's a good game. Donkey Kong Country, of course. Earthbound, yes. It's a great game. Final Fantasy 3, probably not. Not into the series, sadly. F-Zero, yes. Kirby's Dream Course, no. And Kirby Superstar, probably not. Not my favourites in the Kirby series. Mega Man X, no, I'm not into the series. Secret of Mana, yeah, I'll say yes to that one. Starfox, I have played some of it in the last few days, but I didn't like it, so it's in the no pile for now for enjoyment. Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting, I've played this game many times, but it's not a favourite of mine. Super Castlevania 4, yes, we'll go yes. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, I said no for the NES, but I'll say yes for the Super Nintendo version. It's very good. Super Mario Kart, of course. Super Mario roleplay game. I don't know. I'm probably going to say no. Super Mario World, indeed, yes. Super Punch Out, yes, that is a good game to play. I think it's better than the NES version. A Link to the Past, yes. And Yoshi's Island, yes. Star Fox 2, that's in the no pile because I haven't actually played that yet. So, yes, I haven't played every single game yet. So, the scores is 9 games that I recommend out of that, and 12 games that I recommend out of this guy. So, I would say that the winner, for me personally, is Super Nintendo. It has just a few better games. It does have less, but for me, it's got the more classics in it. And for those in the hacking department, yes, apparently you can now hack the Super Nintendo as you can with the NES. And that's how people put like dozens of NES and Super Nintendo games. And apparently you can do things with Game Boy and Game Boy Advance too. So I think people use these as little, hacky devices. And to be honest, if you're ripping off brand new Nintendo games that's coming out, that's not cool in our books. But if it's games that you can't buy anymore, like old Game Boy games and NES games, and Nintendo's not going to get their act together when it comes to the online world, I guess people are going to find wrongs online and download that sort of stuff. But for the price and these things, I recommend either one of them, depending on what era you grew up on. But for me, I think it was definitely more towards the Super Nintendo era. But I have gone back and educated myself on the original. Who knows what the next classic mini will be? Will be the Nintendo 64 or the Game Boy? It could be, or Game Boy Color that might go straight to. You never know. But I say this will not be the last of just these two consoles. So, what do you think is the better mini classic or classic mini? Do you think it's the NES or the Super Nintendo? Tell us what you think, and I'll be back next time on Nintendo News.